Hey, what's up, guys? Just got back from Gen Con. Only went for one day this year. Glad I did. Uh, I don't really need to spend 3 days there, but I'm just going to give you a quick look at the stuff I got. I didn't get much this year. Ever since Cool Stuff stopped selling games, Decision Games wasn't there this year, and the only other place to get war games is from this little guy, this little booth. He's there every year. I believe he does have a game store. It's called Games Plus. I believe he does have a game store in Indianapolis or nearby. But he's there every year, and he sells old war games and more games in general, depending on what his stock is, I guess. But most of it's used. I've never had issues with their used games, because on the shrink wrap it'll tell you like near mint or counters clipped or unpunched or whatever. And the only issue I ever had was sometimes all the dice aren't there or there's no dice at all. But that's not that big of a deal. I've got so many. I got more dice than I will ever use or need. But anyway, to make a long story short, I already had a copy of this game, Standard Combat Series game number 2, Africa. I got this, man, early '90s, I think, and I played it a lot, and there was like coffee stains and shit on my rule book, and I saw another copy of it at Games Plus, and I said, well, why not replace mine with a new one? So I went ahead and got another copy of Africa. This one I'll probably give to my brother Clint. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I got 2 copies, so I'm good. The other 2 games I got from Games Plus was the Supreme Commander. It's a GMT game from, I don't know the year. This is an older game. It only came with 1 die. There should have been 2, but I added another one. No big deal. Everything else is here. I checked. This is from, come on. 2013? Wow. Yeah, this is an older game. It's from 2013. Picked it up for a good price. I don't even know if it's still available at all. Also picked up Ukraine 43, and this is, they may have reprinted this. This is 2000. So this game's 25 years old, or 24 years old, but I don't know if they reprinted this or not. For some reason, I think they did. I don't know if they did or not, but it only came with, well, actually, this one, it's supposed to come with 3d6. It only came with no d6. So I had to add the other ones to make it get up to the 3 that it should have had. But anyway, but this was back when GMT printed on that nice. This paper is so nice. Here, I don't know. You can't, that doesn't help. But no, this is like real. Like you could write on this in pencil. I love this paper. I don't know why they don't use it anymore for war game rules. I really don't know. Well, I mean, I'm sure some do, but it's like unpopular now or falling out of favor or something. But this paper is excellent. Yeah, well, unfortunately, you only get it in black and white or grayscale. That's probably why they don't use it. I mean, they could print color. I don't know. I don't know. It comes with a sequence of play, reinforcement schedule, terrain chart. The counters are unpunched. and the maps at the bottom here. So that was the games, the war games I got at Games Plus. That these games are like going upstairs in the collection. They're just to be looked at until I die and then be sold. The only other game I bought was Caesar. I've got the other these other games over here, Dogfight and Blitzkrieg. I've got those two games in, I guess, a series. So my son actually saw this one and got excited, so I got a copy of it. There was another game there. Man, I can't remember the name of the company. But they were like mini game. They were minis games. You could buy expansions and extra bags of. It was like zombies, and the other game was like Martians or something. I almost bought that, and then I got distracted, and never went back. Then my son saw a game. He's like, well, he said, that's a video game. And I never heard of the video game. Not that I play that many, but he's like, yeah, I know this game. It looks just like the video game. I wonder if it. So we started talking about that, and I'm like, it was like an area where they were demoing it or just showing it off or whatnot. And I'm like, how much is a copy of that? And he's like, $50. I'm like, all right, I'll take one. He's like, we don't sell them here. I'm like, what do you mean you don't sell them here? He's like, yeah, I know, you have to get them at Miniature Market, and they might be sold out. I'm like, well, shit. So then we walked over to Miniature Market, and guess what? They were sold out. But that's okay. I'll pick it up online or something. But anyway, that's a quick look at this little bit of stuff. Well, I got three t-shirts, couple t-shirts for my kids, a t-shirt for my mom. I bought a hat. Other than that, I didn't really buy too much there. But it was a good time. GMT notified me that Next War Iran is shipping, or is in the final part where they charge you. They're charging now, so I thought that was peculiar that that game is being charged for when modern history is being made. So have a good night, guys.